Although Puck should be able to do okay in that matchup.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too rough considering how much nuke and mobility you have. Batrider's looking for someone who's slow and easy to run down, something like the Brewmaster or the Grimstroke.
Yeah, both of these teams have run Batrider in this series. Vega had it in game 1, NIP had it in game 2. It's lost both times. And okay, they're gonna. This is really cool, right? They're gonna go for a counter to the bat in completely a different way in the Oracle. And I think that's even a little bit more robust when you talk about the fact that they can just, if you pick a laning counter to it, they can just shift it into the support role.
I do like this as well. The Raze is going to be decent if you lane against the Brew. And the other important thing to look at here is when you pick something like the Oracle, you're then looking to match it up with something such as the Huskar or the Slark. With both of them being on the table, Razor deals with both of them very well. So if you actually just pick that up now, it makes it very hard for Vega to justify either of those picks.
True. Yeah, Vega, that's the unfortunate consequence of the Oracle pick is that Vega are very much boxed into a single core strat here. And, it really, it sets up for the Puck pick, I thought was setting up for a 4th pick Lifestealer. But that hero, again, has problems with the Razor as well.
No, the Razor is looking pretty ideal here. And you can run it either in the mid or the outer lanes right now. It has decent matchups almost anywhere. Well,
and it really messes with a lot of the heroes, as you mentioned, a lot of heroes that Vega would have liked to pick as the game goes on, right? The Brew can put Razor up in the air, but the static link does persist when that happens. The static link persists if Razor gets defensively banished. So it's
same as phase shift as well. Until you move away, that continues to just stack up. What will the final ban be? Do NIP even want to ban either of those two we mentioned, or do they just allow them to go through and try and bait Vega into their own grave?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of what do you want to play against. I don't. Do you just go ahead and ban the Huskar just because?
I think the Huskar is a bigger threat maybe than the Slark right now, right? Because you've got convenience to lock him in. The static link's going to scare him away, and if he shadow dances, you don't care too much. The Omni Slash is the only thing that's going to suffer in that regard, but the disarm onto the Razor could be bigger from the Huskar. I think it depends which way you're leaning more. Like, either one's justifiable, depending on if you're more reliant on your Jug or your Razor in that mid game. It should be the Razor you're more reliant on, right? So, no, they get rid of the TB. And the Night
Wow.
All right,
okay.
Now this is someone we've been discussing off camera a decent amount. This hero has been getting buffs, has been getting changes. Still feels a little bit weak to play around due to the reliance on nighttime and the big cooldown on his ultimate.
I mean, he's a creep during the daytime. And you just have to... It's a hero right now that I think you need to have a lot of scrim time on to run effectively, because you are just so weak during the daytime hours. And the way the ult functions, right, you kind of want to pop it during the daytime, but there are going to be situations where you need to pop it to convert a kill during the night as well.
Yeah, that is the big issue, though. Like, you're basically in this scenario where if you do pop it at nighttime, you're not really extending the nighttime at all either. So you're just...
Exactly.
You've got kind of these negatives either side of the argument. And the other thing I would say about that Night Stalker pick is against the Puck, there's potential to easily kill off Kezi due to the silence being changed now to be an AoE around you.
Yeah, but I mean, that's fine, but it is, at the end of the day, it's a 3-position Puck, right? You're okay with him feeding a little bit. This is what we saw from Zai in the previous series, that, as an offlaner these days, we're kind of almost back to that day, the days of the sacrificial offlaner at this point. The days where you have interchangeable farming side lane cores are all but over with this patch. You're going to see offlaners get sacrificed more consistently again. You're going to see offlaners with 5 deaths in the first 15 minutes pretty frequently in this patch. And that's fine, as long as they're doing what they're supposed to do in the game.
We did, of course, see the PL as the 10th pick for Vega. A hero that doesn't often get false promise, doesn't really often need it. So this Oracle pick doesn't have that huge spike it would get out of something like the Huskar, the Slarks that we were talking about.
So is Kezu? I'm just realizing Vegas Squadron has updated things a little bit. Is Kezu mid now? Is what's going on here?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen because you don't want to stick Brew up against the Razor. That's going to backfire quickly.
Yeah, I'm in this mentality. I'm in this mentality from the previous patch with Vega. So if Kezu's your mid player and mid puck, yeah, then the kill threat for the Night Stalker reemerges as being extremely significant because this puck's gonna have to create some space. Modern needs early defusal. Bad. And are we gonna get? The other question is, are we gonna get? Is the game gonna crash here? Because we got the old Shadow Demon PL, which you never really know. Is it fixed?
Oof. Still not as bad as the TBPL interaction.
Ugh.
That one still tops it all.
Well, yeah. Good luck. Hope you got like 16 cores in your CPU.
Hey, I went for the Ryzen. I should be safe, right? I hope.
Oh boy.
I don't think Dota uses that many cores. Not...
By the way, Intel, please sponsor us anyway.
Yeah, there you go. I wouldn't throw one my way. I need a chair as well. You out there, Noble Chairs? Maybe Secret Lab even. Look, I'm giving you all these names. Shout it out on a stream that isn't even mine. I don't have a place to do this, but I'm doing it anyway.
Hashtag sellout.
Hey, I never got a monster sponsor. That was the big surprise.
Hey, dude. Look, real talk. Anybody that's called other people sellout is jealous that somebody else is making money and they can't. So,
there you go. Yeah. Whatever you say, sellout. We know about your rivalry deals.
Oh God.
You die.
Yeah. They're like, you were supposed to make videos for us. I'm like, well, I got busy. Anyway.
Soon.
No, they've been very nice to me. Soon, TM. Valve time.
Oh, looks like we might get a Brew Razor mix. Like, okay. This is surprising.
Well, that's what I was sort of wondering, if there'd been this role swap, and theoretically we could just check the last couple of games here.
That's too much effort.
Well, yeah, my internet's been a little spotty here.
This is going to punish Kezu pretty hard, though. You already see PPD and the preview of what comes in this lane. We said this hero does not handle dots very well. You can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, they're actually going on a PPD here. The Inkswell's on him as he uses the loser up to move forward. Ace will zone them out. And the poisons are stacking up quite a lot with Kezu. Luckily, it's only level 1 Shadow Poison. It will still hurt.
But that's going to be the concern, right? Is that as Shadow Demon gets levels in this lane, he's going to be able to threaten with the damage from that Shadow Poison and Soul Catcher a lot earlier because of the mana cost changes. And yeah, Kezu is still playing the position 3 for Vega. He was on the Magnus in the last game.
Yeah, I thought that was the case, but I thought they might just try and run in mid anyway, given what the matchup now is.
Swap it up because of the Razor matchup. Yeah, this is just going to be an absolutely brutal lane here.
I mean, it used to be Razor favored, but now it's even more ridiculously so with the change to the backswing on his attack. Maybe if this was all Brew, right, with the mischance. Then
the attack backswing change is not it's not going to be hugely impactful in games at this level because it's these guys know how to attack move.
True. Same time, it should help make CS easier, harder to contest. PBD being chased onto here. They have got the loser orb. They're going to throw it out. PBD sidesteps it though. He didn't quite connect.
Misses getting clipped by that orb.
Now maybe next time.
MNT is going to take a lot of retaliatory damage here from the spin.
Ace will just back up though. He needs to get back to farming creeps right now. Maybe
it was a really important move. They know that they need to pressure this Shadow Demon early on because as he starts to get up to level 2 and 3, he's going to be so much more spammy.
This hero is frustrating. It's one of those categories of heroes where even when you kill him, he finds use in it, right? It's like a Skywrath. You kill me, I come back to lane with full mana. Great. I'm going to spam again.
I'm actually a little bit surprised that DM didn't start Boots in this mid lane against a Razor. He knew he was going to be up against a Razor, right?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just distracted by the bot lane right now.
Oh yeah.
The exchange between two supports near the tier 3 tower is an interesting occurrence. But yeah, no, I think you're right. DM starting with Boots. I mean, it feels bad to have to do, but imagine how much it's going to impact your early CSing if you get static linked.
Well, but you're Brew, right? That's part of the point is that you've got this ability. We saw that support Brew came into vogue for a while, as we might get a little bit of action here on the bottom lane.
Yeah, Madara
getting chased.
He's got the doppelganger though. He should be fine.
He does have Doppel. He should be fine. Doppel does apply that purge, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, basic dispel.
Fine. Meanwhile, on the top, aggression coming out. Kezu will usually lose your up to move away. PPD can just harass him out a little bit more.
Yeah.
The Crux of Puck feels great when you're the one aggressing. As soon as it turns around, though, you're not a hero that can tank up.
I tell you, DM is doing okay in this mid lane so far.
So's 33 in the bottom.
Bit of pressure down here on the bottom.
Yep.
He's not CSing all that well early on. That's gonna be the thing to keep an eye on. Jug is really free farming here in this top lane. They may get Kezu here.
Yeah,
gonna be close. He's got the jaunt position.
He actually tries to juke them out, but guess what? Ace didn't stop chasing. So he gives the kill over to the Jug instead of the Shadow Demon.
You absolutely jaunt there. Oh, Kezu. All right.
He saw PBD. PBD was already on it. He was waiting with the poison.
Yeah, that's fine. But you have to make sure if you're gonna die there, you have to make sure that the kill goes to the Shadow Demon. And 33 will get killed on the bottom lane, but again, it's Pexu that gets the kill.
Yeah.
So we gave first blood to a Jug who had a CS advantage to begin with.
That's an unexpected death from 33. It's a pretty tanky hero right now, and so far up to this point, he's been playing this lane seemingly perfectly. He might not have the biggest amount of CS, but we talked at the beginning. This guy's just a giant creep in the daytime, yet he somehow has more CS than the Phantom Lancer. Want to go from here. I mean, nighttime is going to be in a minute. He should take a second point at 100 in the night. Or does he go for one into crippling? I think he should take the second.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know what the build is now on the Night Stalker after the changes.
So the Crippling Fear is situationally useful. If you were like laning up against the Puck, for example, you take that just to make sure you can never escape. But
no, I still think you have to have a. Yeah, you have to have a. I think you still think you have to have a point in the silence to have any kill threat on the PL, right?
Sort of. Like the thing with the Doppelganger is you can force it out of him. If he's far out from the lane, from the tower, right? He's got 2 free sticky napalms. He's going to Doppelganger. If he hasn't got the Dispel available. Say the Oracle goes aggressive. Then you can just turn around him. I think it's just better to have at least 2 points of 100 in the night because the gains in terms of attack speed and movement speed is worth over a single point into another spell to cast when you don't have the biggest mana pool anyway.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out here going into first nighttime because that's going to... They need to be able to get aggressive on this Phantom Lancer right now, or this Night Stalker pick, they're not going to get great value for it.
Well, they're doing it right now. Madara running for the high heels. He needs to reach that shrine. He'll be able to do so.
Yeah, and there's where I fear that's where I feel like if he had a point in the silence there, that it's possible that they convert that kill.
At the same time, if he had a point in that, yeah, I think the other issue is if he had a point in that, then he wouldn't have been able to catch up because he still hasn't fort boost yet. He'll finally pick him up, but that was the big issue as well. Like, yes, maybe if you hadn't gone for this early bracer, I can see it.
Your failure lives on.
And you know the Brewmaster doing absolutely fine in this mid lane. As Dire will burn their shrine to get a little bit of extra farm from the neutral camp on a Razor. You know, Batrider's still only level 2. A little bit of a concern.
And Kezu in the top lane. Retreating to the tower, just not his one. Which means PPD is going to go and look to poke. Kezu will just TP back to base, that'll be fine. Well,
this
back to
top lane is turning into a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, Kezu is the poorest core. And the sad part is the next poorest core is the +1. The Phantom Lancer is starting to suffer a little bit.
And we start talking about what is Ace going to go for in this game. If he's able to go first item Battle Fury without pressure, it really limits what this PL can do at any stage. Little gank attempt here on the bottom. They may get 33.
Yeah, they're going to use the split to ensure that that occurs. 33 nowhere near level 6, so he can't try and make his escape. He will fall.
Boy, that really feels bad. I mean, you as that 3-position Night Stalker, not able to chase down the PL as the first nighttime begins. You give a kill away.
You do at least force the split out. That's the thing.
True.
But at the same time, the argument's then, okay, what is your Razor doing while that's happening? He was just farming the jungle the whole time.
Right. Right, and again, we'll say it over and over again in these games, but because Razor's going to be a staple pick in this patch, but one of the big disadvantages of the hero is that if that's something like a Dragon Knight, Dragon Knight's hitting your tower while you're down there in the bottom lane. Razor, just kind of stands there.
Yeah, there were some suspicions that they may have ended up making a change around his ultimate in that regard, but they chose to go a different way with this hero in the end. think I'm kind of okay with them choosing to go that direction as well. I feel like if they'd actually given Ags benefits straight
Kezu
away.
needs to be careful. Ace just hit 6 off of that creep. And Kezu's still sitting there at level 4.
But he does have a point in phase shift. That's the difference here,
True.
so he should be fine. He has to screw up majorly to die here.
Well, yeah, but it's super easy for MNT to die.
Yeah, sure, that's your Grimstroke, though. You know, he knew the risks he was coming towards when he came to this lane. His own fault, really. Meanwhile, Nightstalker just being left alone to his own devices. Still not looking to rotate. Finally has got level 6. I'm not even sure if he bothers with a point at this stage. There it is.
Yeah. Pexu able to pick up that haste rune from the Razor, but the big concern, right, is that NIP are just winning hard on economy right now because of the safe lane farming differential. Right? A lot boils down to Madara's been pressured. And they may get the kill on Saksa here.
Yeah, speaking of Madara, chasing forward on Saksa, they're going to slow him down and finish him off. DM actually got the final touch that time round, but now it's nighttime, it's fight time. 33, looking to go, does activate the Dark Ascension, moving forward, hits pretty damn hard with that activated. The protection is there for Oracle for the time being, but they'll just chase him down, finish him off.
Yeah, they know the shrine is no longer active, and they're going to go ahead and give the kill to Fada.
Finally gets active, finally finds a kill. And is sitting top of CS at the same time so far. Went for the Tranquils build on this Razor. So many cores at the moment, especially in the mid lane, picking up these Tranks.
That's just value, man.
DM, in a little bit of trouble here. They're ready to go. He's going to go for the TP away.
Oh, okay, they don't have a way to stop the TP.
He'll be fine. Not enough poison stacked either. Not even sure if they needed to use the disruption straight away. With the slow from the plasma field, they could have maybe chased him down a little bit more, but it was safer that way. Saksa going to be rooted up. Try and push him away. And can they give it over? Nope. Pexu takes it again.
That hurts. That hurts. You got to start getting Madara these kills. You got to have a plan to close this gap on the jug, because meanwhile, while we're talking about all this, Ace is sitting up here in the top lane, just casually farming away. Hasn't queued up an item yet, but with over 1k gold in the bank, you got to figure that he's at least thinking about the Battle Fury.
See, this is the big pain of Nightstalker as well. 10-minute runes are coming up, and you want to fight around them, but you know what happens at 10 minutes. They're going to try and go on Pexu here. He's going to turn around. Inkswell doesn't pop in time, though. They'll zone them out. DM with a split coming out. Fada in trouble. Down to half HP. Destruction will protect him. Waiting when he comes out, though. He's going to try and run away. They should have a rock to throw in his face, but Madara reluctant to go into the tower. The Inkswell through. The Stroke of Fate is pretty good. Fada is going to go low and will die.
Yeah, very nice.
And
I mean, look at, like 33 just can't do anything.
He needs to run. He's actually going to use the silence to try and slow us down, but DM, while taking a lot of damage, he's dishing even more. We'll get the kill on the PBD. Ace is showing up in the bot lane, does have the Omni Slash available, but maybe next time chase it forward with Inkswell. Just trying to zone him out to make sure his men get out alive.
Yeah, way late on that rotation by Ace. A little bit surprising that he would do that. Now, Kezu, meanwhile, top. He's, again, we've talked about the role of the offlaner in this patch. He's had a rough time in this game so far, but 39, I mean, he's not that far behind Madara in last hits, and he does have his level 6.
Gonna look to make some jumps soon. Saksa has gone top to try and leech some XP, if nothing else. He's getting ever close to that 6. Has just got level 5. Has an invis.
I think that engagement is going to be super significant for NIP. They're going to try and convert a kill here on a dive. And okay, all right.
Yeah, they get it. They commit the Omni Slash just to ensure that maybe next time does fall.
I was just about to say that the most significant thing that happened out of that engagement might be the Ace TP bottom, but he is going to get a kill on the support with his first Omni Slash. He's going to get a little tower damage here at least. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You see the ping come out from MNT on that bottom tier 1 tower. Do we really want to let Ace get a free tower at this point, as Batrider in trouble again on the top lane?
Finally, yeah, they room in place to kill him off. He's getting close to 6, but he's paying a heavy price for it. That's 3 deaths now on the possible Batrider.
This is a mistake. I really think that I think they had to recognize and contest this jug here in the bottom lane. And yeah, I mean, at this point, you absolutely queue up Battle Fury. My goodness.
A bit rough.
Look at this. They can't let him take 2 free towers off of 1 cart wave.
They
Good on him.
might.
Look at he's tanking the tower hits here with the healing ward.
That will enable him to push.
You gotta address this, man.
They're just leaving him to his own devices. You can't stick your head in the sand. This is a Juggernaut that has quite an excessive lead over your PL at this stage of the game. 2,000 gold more, in fact.
And that's 50. Look, tower damage is significant. It's not all about tower kills. That's 50% damage on your bottom tier 2 that you just gave up there for absolutely nothing.
He'll be back for more soon. We're also halfway through the day cycle. Soon it'll be 33's opportunity to strike again. This time we'll have the phase boots and a second bracer ready.
Yeah, smoke move coming out from NIP here. They know what's going on here in the bottom lane, and they just want to create space while Ace continues to pressure that tier 2 tower.
Well, they can do a lot as well. They've got Dark Ascension available. They've now got the Lasso online on Saxa. They'll just convert towards mid. Converge there and actually take the tower instead. The tier 1 most important right now. If Vega want to overinvest in this top lane, they're going to pay a price elsewhere.
And Omnislash is now off CD. MNT, aware of that, is positioning very carefully around this creep wave. He knows if he gets caught alone against Ace.
He goes
NIP knows where the other Vega heroes are. He's very vulnerable.
Fauna has now picked up the Yules, by the way. Speed calm mode activate.
You can just tell by that scan, right, that blown by Vega, that NIP knows where Vega is. The reverse is not true.
Guess in the top lane, they're going to move in right now. They can get in range for the silence. He's in trouble. The Dark Ascension activate. There's no escape for Puck.
Very nice.
Mid lane. A little bit of aggression here. Fada stealing a lot of damage away from DM. They need to back up because Saxa is nearby. Would love to make the move on in, especially seeing as Ace has converged towards the mid lane. Actually incredibly close to that Battle Fury now. We'll have it by the 15-minute mark at this rate. Did cost you your Dark Ascension just for the kill on the Puck, but these early Dark Ascensions, you know, you have to think of it the same mentality you do to an early Black Hole, right? You throw it out, get a kill. They're looking for kill in the mid lane. Ace waiting here. Does just back away when maybe next time arrives, even though he's got the Omnislash. A good reason as well. He's actually almost got the level 2 Omnislash available.
Wow, level 2 Omnislash and Battle Fury coming up. This is a scary time for Vega. You know, you feel a lot of pressure to make moves around the map. At the same time, though, you know that that farm differential is only going to grow.
Exactly. Even 33 finding some value around the map. Is going towards the Vanguard next. Just wants to make himself the unkillable frontliner.
Yeah. I got to say, I mean, I'm not super impressed with the Night Stalker pick thus far, but with the just huge differential between the safe lane farming cores, I just don't think it matters.
I mean, you say you're not impressed, but in fairness, you have to look at why there's that difference in farm between the cores. There was a lot of early denial and good CSing coming out from 33 at the start of the laning phase. Ace in the bot lane, gonna get caught out. Actually gonna use the split as well. He's starting up. They haven't got rid of the heal wall to finally go down. If you can get the Omnislash off, though, he can. Gonna move in right now, trying to clear them up. They're gonna tank the whole damn thing. We'll go for the spin TP out.
And nothing to stop it.
It cost him his Omnislash. They will at least find a kill in the Saxa by the looks of it as he was lingering around.
Yeah, so well played by Ace there. Mater is at his defusal.
Could become a problem, although the Razor is so fast, it's going to be hard to actually catch him, especially with the Purge for the Yules.
Razor with these Yules online, it is absolutely rushing to that BKB as his first major item. And I think that's the right timing window here. Right, it's nice that your PL is online with his diffusal. He's got that. He's going to build into a second item hood. He knows that he's going to need to fight, but you are just, even with Jug having only Battle Fury, you're just going to be so strong in these fights.
A little bit of misplay in the top lane there. 33 was pinged for the position of the Grimstroke, but Fada didn't quite believe it. The Grimstroke does get out alive. There should be a push on the tier 1 top in the meantime while the Jug continues to farm the jungle though. And meanwhile, hunting in the bot lane. Vega, they know Saxa's around here. And if he shows for a second, they can jump him. There it is. Blink forward for Kesu. Dream Call comes out, but Ace is here and will zone them away. They can't kill him off.
Wow, coil for the full position
Saxa?
bat.
Well, you say coil for that, but then lasso for that. Kesu's seen, though. Going to be silenced up before he can move away, maybe. Yep, he can't get out. It's only a level 1 phase shift. He couldn't hold it. That's Dark Ascension just to get the kill on the Puck again.
Yeah, that's okay. He's got his Blink Dagger. He's got what he needs for now.
I think what we're seeing here is a clear indication of what this Night Stalker pick was all about. It is screwing over the puck so hard.
Yeah, but I think if anything, it was your last point that was most relevant. That the big thing was the lane pressure brought against the PL was so much more significant than against the Jug top. Like they just never were going to do anything to that Jug Shattered Demon lane.
Mid lane, PM hasn't got the split for a few seconds, so Fada's quick here. He might be able to get a kill. Jesus going to zone out though. Meanwhile, in the river, Saxer is pursuing, looking on the Peksu here. Now Soulbind coming out, Silence is on to 2. The split's finally going to be available to them. They're going to chase forward. Yules does come out from the Razor to protect himself. Looking to move away, but the Dream Call goes down again. And now they might be in a little bit of trouble. 33 being burned through pretty fast. Grimstroke's already dead, but Fada will follow. So will 33. No escape from this. Cycloned up in the air, and when he comes down, is he going to live? Stunned up. They're going to move forward. They got the clap to finish him off. And while that's happening, under the tower they go for PBD as well. Suddenly, a big power spike for Vega with that defusal finding great value. Meanwhile, behind them, Ace does get the kill on the Peksu.
Yeah, Moderate got pretty greedy there. He got the extra kill, but I would have liked to see him get the last hit there on the Night Stalker. And it also kind of creates an opening for Ace at the back end of the fight.
The thing is, a good fight. It's the beginning of something, but you still have to address Ace, who somehow, in the midst of all that mess, still finds a pick off solo onto your support and continues to farm.
Yeah, you're going to have a big window here that 20 to 25 minutes is just going to be so critical. You're going to have to take fights on the NIP side of the map while the Night Stalker is suffering through the daytime.
He's at least trying to offset that. Almost has that Crimson Guard up and online. Casual buck in the meantime, and it's not the wrong choice. I like to see this happen. We used to see Night Stalker builds a long time ago where they were focused on things like the armlet, right? The right-click build, but you can't do that with the amount of downtime anymore.
Well, but Crimson is just so sick in this game against a PL. Now, problem is Bru's actually, especially for having started against a Razor, right, in lane, and Brew and Razor are basically even. They're going to get a kill onto Peter's SD here.
Yeah, he moves in, trying to silence them up on this Night Stalker. They'll slow them down with Fada, but this is not a fight you take. The Dream Call was used, but yes.
Far. He had to TP to the shrine. And Razor's got his BKB. They don't know. They're actually in a very vulnerable position here if they decide to press this too hard.
Well, they'll know about it now. 33 going to move in. Silence is up. There's the false promise coming out, though. The Soulbind linking together, but they move so fast they don't care. Going to pursue on through. Peksu will die for protecting his core. Now the Lasso coming out to a secondary. Screamstroke gets found as well. Both the supports on the side of Vega will fall. Now Madara moving in, looking to turn around. Silence is out. Saxon trying to hide. He can't actually duke this out for long enough, maybe. Madara stands his ground. The Hooded Fire's going to keep him up and help. The split does come out. The Cyclone up onto Ace, and Fada running for the high hills. 33 still flying around, but being ignored by everyone. Has no mana, so can't even use the silence. Madara is getting low. Fada going to link him up and look to chase on through. In the meantime, PBD goes down. And Madara, they will in fact lose him. As Fada stands up against this, the static link reveals which one is the real one. They'll chase on through just as it reaches daytime.
Yeah, really questionable there by Kazu and Madara to decide to re-engage on that fight. You know, they got 2 kills out of the BKB reveal, which is exactly what you want as NIP. They saw Razor had invested all that gold in the BKB and knew it was down. Thought they may be able to get a free kill on the backside, but the rest of NIP is pretty strong, and the Crimson on the Night Stalker is completed.
That's the other thing to point out. With the Crimson Guard now online, those fights are going to get even harder for Vega. And they are starting to pivot from being reliable on magic damage to being reliable on physical damage out of the Phantom Lancer.
Well, and it's also just completely shut down what I felt was going to be a critical timing for Vega Squadron, that they're going to have this opening to make moves on the NIP side of the map. The 4-position, I mean, they're instead reduced to bringing 3 heroes down here to hopefully kill a 4-position Bat Rider.
I mean, they almost didn't get that. DM just got in range for the clap at the last millisecond. And does now have his Radiance, in fact. I don't know if this is going to make the biggest impact, though, because it's going to help him farm, yes. You talk about the heroes he's up against. Razor missing occasionally, great. But against the Omni Slash, that's not how Radiance works.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about farming at this point for Vega. Vega needs to create some plays here in the next 3 minutes, because I don't see, with the gap between PL and Jug only growing.
And after 3 minutes, there's an important point to that. that's when a butterfly will be available to ace.
Right.
At which stage, what does your PL do between the Crimson Guard and the Mischance? There's no way in hell he can lock down this jug.
And you're seeing it here. This is the sense of urgency. You're going to have what was a five-man, ends up being a 4-man smoke here by Vega, pushing onto the dire side of the map. But NIP are just ready for it. This is it's kind of an obvious move.
Yep. High risk, maybe not high reward though.
The shrine breaks the smoke. They knew exactly where they were coming from.
Pexu will be forced off the way to break the static link. They might try and turn around the Fardy. Does have the BKB available, doesn't want to have to use it. Split does come out, and meanwhile on the back line, there's going to be a call coming out. Now the Soulbind locks two together, but Juggernaut is here ready to fight for the spin. They can't jump in front of him right now. Saxa hides on the high ground from the PL illusions. He's scared of losing all his mana. He has got the last year to work with, but he wants to target. They're waiting out the split, and DM is in trouble. He needs to run faster. The drums have been activated. They're moving in right now. Going to poison him up. He tries to drink his drink to run away. Will he be fast enough, though? The Sans is going to come out. They'll slow down on the Pexu. They should find him on the side, though. DM has been caught. The static link out. He can't escape from this. So they should claim 2 as they run down Pexu, and in the meantime, finish off DM as well.
Wow. Razor didn't even use a BKB charge in that fight.
Oh, Pexu? Yeah, buddy. You're not making out with that TP. And it's true. Yeah, he held the BKB the whole time because he already broke the static link, so there wasn't value there. Right. And the moment they couldn't find a kill with that split, you could just wait it out the whole time. There was no worry.
Yeah, exactly. Peter banished him, right? They split, and he had the Earth Panda rock, was aimed at Razor, who's already running away from the fight, and Peter just banished him. Yeah, you hold your BKB on the Razor, and there's just no way that they can turn that fight around.
It's getting a little bit rough here for Vega, as they are now 7,000 net worth behind the side of NIP, and a huge chunk of that gold sitting on the Juggernaut, who is just accelerating towards his next item. Said it already, once you have that butterfly, how do you actually contest this? And PL, he is close to his Manta, but this is the other thing about the Manta pickup. It does nothing against 33. That silence persists because there's an AoE around you now. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, or top lane rather, Pexu, a little bit of trouble. Does use the false promise, going to try and heal up. Shouldn't be enough though. Ace just turns around and looks for the secondary kill. Decides against it because his TP's coming in. Puck is arriving. Madara is here as well. Ace does have the spin, but he's going to be silenced up. Manta's out. We'll spin it off. Move away. 33 is waiting nearby. No Dark Ascension for 10 seconds. Lasso on the back line. Does catch onto the Grimstroke. Should finish him off. Going to be a Dream Call coming out, but Ace is out of mana. But they can't hit hard enough to deter him at all. Yule's going to be there on the Puck to protect himself, trying to move away. He'll be able to blink out. Meanwhile, behind them, Madara does not have an easy escape plan. Doppelganger on cooldown, and he is out of life.
No, that's disaster. Ooh, boy.
That's Roche. That's Roche right there. They ping it. They go straight for the pit.
I mean, they can't even force BKB charges out of the Razor, much less win these fights. This is just so grim.
I'm pretty sure at this stage, Father is looking, going, why did I buy this item? I don't even have to use it.
Well, it's again,
it's deterrence.
It's right. It's kind of like the threat of the black hole logic.
The nuclear deterrence is there. The moment he's the BKB, that you have no way of locking him down right now. And he's going for Shiva's next, which means Phantom Lancer isn't even going to threaten him. It's not even going to tickle him.
Yeah, exactly. This is one of those drafts that you look at on paper, and it is possible that NIP could have a PL problem at some point. But the Jug's item timings have just been so much faster than the PLs at this point. Like, they're not going to have to worry about PL with Heart.
I also like the 33.
The game's going to be over.
Yeah, and I also like the 33 going for the BKB next, right? Because that just enables everything. The only worry he has right now is, do I get silenced? And in which case, I can't use Crippling Fear. If he does manage to use Crippling Fear, we said already it counters Madara, no matter how far forward he is. At the same time, the Puck is screwed as well.
Yeah. Long duration silence is so good in this meta right now, because silence is, just by its very nature, it tends to have a much higher uptime compared to other disables.
Oh, they go for the last one, the Oracle instead. The silence is going to come under the Puck. He's been found as well. He's going to try and use to buy some time, but he's still silenced when it comes down. 4-star doesn't get him out of range. Omni Slash through Ace! He gets it just before there can be a phase shift. Kezu was not expecting that. Gets caught off guard and does die. He will buy back. Doesn't have the Dream Call, though. How are you going to get him out of the base? The real question. Static Link to zone them out. Farder doesn't steal too much damage, but he's not the damage source that matters here. Aces. With a heal and wall behind them, there's no way to slow this down. Kezu tried to snipe out the ward, but was a little bit scared of 33 as he was getting close. Made the right move to blink away. It's going to be a lane fall, and they can't get the mid because the tier 2 is still standing. Phantom Lancer is split pushed in the meantime, but not really getting anything out of it.
Yeah, and at some point, we're at the point now where Vega is going to have to win a fight to push NIP off their side of the map, and it's just so hard to see them doing that.
That's the way the NIP scales, though, right? They've gone for these seemingly defensive items. We're trying, but I'm not sure it's going to work. DM's so scared he has to have the false promise thrown out to him. They're moving forward aggressively now, but they won't find anything. Ace is waiting here. Omni Slash in 60 seconds, but he does at least have an Aegis. He wants to fight. Drums have been activated. They're going to chase forward. Saxa has the lasso available. Doesn't want a blind blink for it, though. Not worth it, especially when he doesn't know how many people are there. But that was kind of the thing I wanted to highlight there, is when you look at the items they build, the way the NIP's heroes function, their damage scales in such a way they aren't forced to go for these big damage-dealing items. They can instead focus on utility and protection for themselves.
Sure. Now, I mean, a lot of that is predicated on Ace being as far ahead as he is in this game. But...
Oh, absolutely. But you're also looking at the lineup of Vega and going, okay, actually, they remain pretty squishy for the most. At the same time, they are being countered in some extents by heroes like the Night Stalker. There's no imminent need to go for these big, hard-hitting items. Instead, you can just focus on living.
And that is one very important that we haven't talked a lot about in the Vega lineup is we've seen the prevalence in this meta of these aura strats with the beefy 3 through 5. You got to chew through all this health.
Well,
all of a sudden,
top. They're going on Madara. They got confused at first. They're still being confused. They're going after every wrong illusion here. Madara is buying so much time for another doppelganger, but this time they know. Or do they? Maybe they don't. He's going to go for the TP away, but the Yules is there. Now they know for sure which one they need to kill. They've had enough of this crap. He bought so much time, but the problem with buying time there is you're the one who needs to have time bought for. You can't be the one doing that.
Well, and in the grand buy tradition, he bought time, but he doesn't have buyback. And that's going to be the very significant thing here, because there is nothing stopping NIP from now taking a second lane of Rax.
Well, at least DM does have buyback. He might be forced to use it. Ace approaches the high ground again. Has to be careful. Has a minute left on that Aegis. And he has a healing ward to make sure he doesn't have to back away at all. Meanwhile, they're pursuing Kezu. They never stopped. Puck can't easily escape. The Dream Call misses as well. Saxa sidesteps it.
Oh,
they're going to keep him away from the base, so they don't have the lockdown in the base. And they know it now. The Dream Call would have been made.
Final straw.
They're just toying with him right now. Both the supports pursuing him the whole way through, and Kezu, no easy escape from this. Meanwhile, on the base, Ace continuing to hit the buildings.
Yeah, even a couple of misses, courtesy of Brew, is not enough to save the Rax.
They will back off, though. Aegis is going to be reclaimed in 20 seconds. They don't want to tempt fate. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, though, Kezu, they finally found him. It took a long, long time, but have they managed to kill off this Puck? Yes, they have. The mischievous fairy dragon is dead.
Yeah, and you kind of have to be in looking forward to the next series point, because 22, 23K at 31 minutes, it's so brutal.
Where's your bounce back? Because we said already how hard they are to kill, and now Razor's going to make it even more difficult for the Phantom Lance. He's going for the Radiance.
Yeah. You said it, and I think it's worth reiterating that the item choices from NIP in this game have really been perfect. It certainly, when you've got a jug with this kind of farm lead, it's going to make you look good, whatever you do. But they've done a lot of very smart things to leverage that gold by Ace.
Absolutely true. And also, they just got level 3 ultimate on 33, so he now hits even harder. And this is what I mean. This is what the kind of stuff I'm talking about, right? With the Razor pickup, you're not relying on damage items because you've got Static Link. With the Night Stalker pick, you're not relying on damage items because you've got Dark Ascension, and then you get the nighttime bonus as well. It's built into your hero rather than needing to be built into your items.
Yeah, I think that this game certainly it makes the 3-position Night Stalker look good. I'm not sure that this is conclusive as far as this hero goes. I'm going to need to see a little bit more. Yeah, Ace is absolutely no fear at that point.
See a little bit more of what? Ace killing people? Is that the third? I think that's the third Omni Slash he's committed just for the maybe next time kill. He hates this Grimstroke pick.
Well, the question, right, is so a lot of what happened in this game boils down to good old VP Dota from last year, where people talk about all their players and especially the impact of Roger, but VP won Dota last year because they pressured the hell out of the opponent's safe lane and they secured their own every game. And you do that and you're just going to win at the pro level. And that's exactly what happened in this game. And the question is, I think there are other heroes in the pool that would have locked down that safe lane just as would have pressured the opposing safe lane just as well as the Night Stalker. But yeah, you can't deny the effect of the silence. This is part of why Death Prophet got looks from EG and other teams late in the major, is with the engagements lasting as long as they are. Silence, which tends to have a very high uptime, is very valuable in these sustained engagements.
Yeah, you basically need two heroes to justify it.
All right,
against
Modern
Amadara.
maybe going in for...
Yeah, he's going in for the last
here.
hurrah. Ace, he's leashed up, doesn't have an Omni Slash available. BKB's activated, fine up against this DM, trying to zone out. Gets on the back line. They look for something they can't find. The buyback forced out PL straight away as Madara does go down. The split's finally going to come out. The Chaser forward looking for someone to find PPD in the meantime. They do lose maybe next time again. And they're going to turn around. They still cannot deal with Ace. His evasion chance, the damage. He's so damn scary. And now they say thank you very much as Sparta arrives with the static link. They'll slow it down to make sure he gets as much damage as possible. Up to 218 as they move forward. There's going to be no easy escape for DM. Oh, no, he's going to start running. Drunken Brawler activated, but they are in hot pursuit here. Moving into the base right now. The buyback does come out from Grimstroke. Meanwhile, in the river, guess who's being played with again? The Fairy Dragon is the favorite play toy of PPD. Move in
Ace
on
is just
there.
going to sell out for the racks.
He'll go in. He's like, okay, Puck's not coming back. Puck's not going to be here at any point. Just hit
Forget
buildings.
about it.
This time, they don't even commit 2 supports. This time, it's 1 support. Looking on the Fada. Down to half HP already. Has the BKB to work with. Is he going to activate it? There he is coming out finally. The Crimson Guard activate as well. They just back away, but it may be too late. It's going to pursue into the base right now. Lasso's going to come out to DM. False promise to protect him. BKB activate. No split for 55 seconds though. Madara chasing forward to the Fada. It's going to be a turnaround opportunity. As the BKB runs out, so does his health pool.
Right.
They do find a kill to maybe next time. Ace again with the Omni Slash backstabs every time the buyback comes out. Dreamcore is finally there from the puck as he rides back at the base. And Madara getting way too low. If he goes down, this could easily be over. Pursuing forward, but it's too late. 100 seconds on the sideline. Now they are in trouble. GM going to try and slow them down and move away with the Drunken Brawler. But can he TP away? It looks like he'll be able to. There's no void coming up from 33. Instead, he'll move straight towards bot and hunt for more. Kezu outside the base, and he's going to be out of life as well. You can silence up all you want, but they've already activated the Firefly.
Yeah, Puck buys back. They are going to try and hold here, but
Still a little too late.
nigh impossible without the PL.
He has no way back in, of course. Dead for 70 seconds. In 70 seconds, your whole base will be dead too. Kezu moving in for the double silence. 33 moving forward. Does have the Crippling Fear and the BKB ready. He's going to go in onto Vexu straight away. Crimson Guard activate. Yule's there to stop him though. Disruption on the DM. He went pretty deep. Split is available again. He's going to throw it out. And Ace will spin instantly. Make sure he has to choose a different target. Kezu moving forward. Look at the zone out. Now there's the nighttime activate. Dark Ascension online. Pexu chased onto. He will not be able to help. No false promise for his teammates. He's going to go down and Kezu turned around onto as well. DM has got the split still running, but he's using it fully defensively just to keep 33 from diving their fountain. He'll hide in the trees right now. Ready to buy more items as GG comes out. And NIP take the series 2-1.
And they will move on. Oh, we're going to have a heck of a next match, right?
Oh,
are we getting the secret NIP?
We are. I believe
right.
so. It should be
I'm
that
ready
way.
for that.
Unless
be
DreamLeague
really
decides
good.
to steal it from us last second. I don't think they're going to though.
Feels bad, man.
No,
there are no bad choices at this point, right? It's either secret NIP or it's looking like it's going to be Liquid OG. So.
Yeah, so they have to give us one. They can't starve us off on both ends here.
I'll take it, dude. I'll take it. This looked pretty convincing, obviously, from NIP. I think the safe lane farming differential, it's hard to talk about anything else in the game because it was just so decisive. You know, you look at the Omni Slash in that last fight was the same thing that we've been talking about with Razor's BKB. Like Vega was at such a strategic and tactical disadvantage in these fights. They didn't have the ability to force out these big abilities. So Razor's holding on to his BKB, Jug is holding on to the Omni Slashes and just using them to convert extra kills to make sure that you sustain that objective pressure.
In the end, it was impossible to penetrate the lineup. We talked a lot about the item choices and how it made them unkillable, and even with a few deaths at the end, it didn't matter by then. So That does mean the NIP will go up against Secret next. Short break before we return with that series. That one should prove very exciting. Very interesting hero choices from both sides so far today. So I'm looking forward to it.